Okay, so I finally have gotten all caught up right now, and this is what it looks like. This is Haminations, as right now I've already did that intro. It wasn't the day that I was really up to that, but I know that Haminations of Bryson is not making the part of the intro before this video begins, so that might be the full update, as I didn't even clearly mention it before from Questionable Sister of Brittany. But as I did a review on that, I basically know what was going to happen, because after I did that, I was thinking like, maybe I should react to the next one for a little funny story from Haminations. So I officially did is, I already completed the Anime Insanity Invitational, but speaking of it, I see book that he was reading, just like the one from the BFDI TPOT. I've already done that reaction video, so you can go ahead and click up in the calling card info. That will take you right into my reaction of the cake and steak of the BFDI TPOT. But now, what's the question I'm thinking? Oh, it's all about the Boy Scout camp. It sucked. Why did it suck? What happened? Is it too scary? Or you didn't like that camp? Or could it be something like not so good, too intense? Or is it actually part of your job that you have to be a good leader to be a role model, just like me? Well, I'm always a great role model person. I mean, you can definitely tell by that. I mean, that's what I basically do here. Whenever I do, to try to keep it right into it. And it's all the time I really wanted to try to stay focused and positive and all the manners and stuff. I mean, this is all I get to do to try to fix things up. And now, I wanted to do is try to keep in concentration, be a good active listener, and also responsible. But now I'm definitely thinking of working again at the camp. But I always go to summer camps. I don't go to Boy Scouts. It's too hard, too intense. I mean, who would know that? In the meantime, I'm about to take a look of what's going to happen with Bryson, of what his story is. So here we go. Boy Scouts, it sucked. Ready, set, react.
Bryson, your dad and I decided that all you boys are going to be Eagle Scouts because we believe this will help prepare you for the real world, be a huge accomplishment, and help launch you into adult life.
No thanks. I don't like doing scout camps.
Yeah, I mean, not me.
It's too intense for me.
I mean, that's not the question that you're asking. I said that you're going to go there, and this won't help you at all. So, too bad, Bryson, you're going. Oh my god! Oh my gosh. Wow. I mean, oh well, you're not going to stay here at home, so you're going to drag him over to the Boy Scout, are you? So, it looks like Bryson's mother saying, too bad, you're going. And yep, you did. Oh.
Hi there.
I'm sorry, but all I can definitely say now is that he was like a little wimp. Oh my god, I mean, what a start, Bryson. I can always say that how close up he is, and then Mom just left already. I mean, this is what totally had happened. By the time when he left, she left, then someone came up to him. Wow. Oh yeah, he's nervous now.
Hi there.
Yeah, I was understanding what could definitely completely sucked already. I mean, that's scary.
Hi.
I remember calling it from the sound from Madagascar. For those of you guys who don't know, It's a DreamWorks movie. I basically have watched that. I remember that one here at that point. I mean, it's kind of a little scary lion, and also didn't even expect. I mean, that was like creepy for me. I feel like, oh my god, he's gonna scare the crap out of me. No, 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 I'm just kidding now. I mean, but I'm just making that one up. Please, this is too scary for me. Yeah. What a great start.
I'm Bryson, and my parents.
Oh yeah, good. It looks like you actually did introduce yourself. So, yep. Hello, I'm Bryson, and I want to tell you all the information of how that happened with camp and why did it suck last. Let me hear what else he says.
Forced me to occasionally sleep outside in the middle of nowhere and called it Boy Scouts?
Yeah, yep, it definitely calls that when it calls us Boy Scouts. You know that.
Despite my massive amount of weeping, wailing, and gnashing of teeth. And oh boy, do I have some stories about it. But as a gateway, they had me do Cub Scouts. The best thing I could say...
Cub Scouts? What is that supposed to mean? Like, is it a pre-scout, or is it like a start with your younger age before you head into Boy Scouts?
About Cub Scouts was that at least it was more chill. It was more like, okay, kids, today we're gonna do some bird watching and learn to tie a knot. But then Boy Scouts were like,
build an ice igloo and sleep in it, or you'll die.
Good luck.
Oh yeah, I can definitely see that. They're a little aggressive at that point. I mean, I can't really ask them, why do I want to go with the Boy Scouts? So yeah, the reason why I wanted to stay back is, it's almost like coming like to be a military person, to be an army. And that's really like a hard job. I mean, I don't know what to say about it, but this is like a life scout. How could you get up to the top of that?
Seriously, the scout camps were so lawless. The only laws we followed were the laws of nature. Why were these adults giving 12-year-olds the power of fire? One year, when my dad was a scout leader, he woke up to see that the boys had started a bonfire and were jumping through it.
What?
Stop! What are you boys thinking?
We were testing our courage, Bryson's dad. We were also testing Charles Darwin's theory of natural selection. If any of us are weak, we'll fall in the fire and die. Which will clean the gene pool, make our next generation strong.
Why would you absolutely do that when you jump over the bonfire like that? Seriously, do you think you want to do that right away? And this is really that bad. I don't want anybody to get complaining about this. Oh, jumping over the bonfire is really safe, so we can test our strategy. No, it's not. This is really bad. And I don't think nobody wants to do that. So, bonfires are very that bad. And if you think of a bonfire like it's the one that is a hot, flammable fire to jump over it, I mean, you're going to definitely die. And I don't think nobody will ever do that. So, please don't try this at home, viewers. And also to you who are not on YouTube, please don't do anything. Especially with your kids too. Don't do any attempts. It is extremely dangerous.
What? Okay, that kind of makes sense.
Wait, you're gonna do that?
Alright, let me join in.
No!
Woohoo!
Oh, looks like we lost one.
Oh my god. Yep. What do you know? That's a dangerous hazard that you could have just felt like that you're never going to make it, and you completely buried and not come back again.
I was eased into scouts at a thing called Cub Scout Day Camp, where you would show up, do activities as a group like the Ring Gutter Regatta, Duck Duck Goose, and tying knots.
Oh yeah, I was basically noticing. The day camp I definitely went to. I didn't go to the camp night because of... It's kind of a little intense, but... Yeah, I think my mother, the beast, did went to their camp. She was like a Girl Scout camp. And that's what happened here before. I mean, for those of you who never heard of the name, I mean, this is what they usually do to do for a night scout. Sometimes in between the day and night. But some of them called the sleepover camp. Right in between from the Valley of the Mountains, the setting up the tents, and also importantly... You know who, the trailers. I can definitely see what's going on. But sometimes, however, if you've watched the movie Meatball, that's what you may have noticed about the camp movies. And guess what else? I saw the movie. It was a camp hideaway. And that was the one that me and my friends definitely went to see that movie. It was pretty short, and we think that it is really that funny. Got a couple of events to do and have fun with them. Except their electronics. Well, they spy at that point. I mean, nobody likes that. Nobody. So that's why that nobody should be able to do that on the electronics here when you're having fun at camp. So, but now, this time, this is what happens. You enjoy your day. And then, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, I mean, what, go figure. Maybe.
Then, at night, your parents would pick you up and take you back to your air-conditioned house. So you didn't actually have to sleep in the dirt. I remember being so jealous of the kids who had Lunchables. I was sitting there with a BLT sandwich with apple slices, a homemade cookie in the shape of a heart, and a handwritten note from my mom telling me how much she loved me. And meanwhile, Tyler had this. What a ripoff!
What a handmade cold pizza. Somebody would have to make that when you're by the home and think it's like Lunchables. I know that parents usually buy some stuff here from all with the lunch stuff and products to bring their kids to camp. But let's be honest. There are foods here at camp if they have one here. Some camps do have foods here at the cafeteria that you could definitely offer. Like, they're freeable from in between camps and staffs. And definitely all for everybody. Except some camps don't have foods here at lunch. Because at that point, it's definitely like different places that they don't have in between from the mountains. Or definitely by the lake. Or would it be like, whatever. Like, in between the deserts. Well, that will be too hot. I mean, I don't think I would never not to. I mean, who would?
But now, in retrospect, I'm grateful that my mom cared enough to pack me a lunch.
That's a good thing. Well, especially only on schools, too.
One activity we did was we were going to learn how to make paper from, only stuff found in nature. We were gonna be the Bear Grylls of paper making. I was so excited to learn. But then we got there and they said,
"Okay, class, here's how to make homemade paper. First, grab some toilet paper, get it wet, mold it into the shape you want, let it dry, then you've got paper."
I have not even heard of that one before. I mean, making papers, Is that the thing that I wanted to do for my own job to make the paper out of it? Well, I don't know if I would take that as a choice. But here's another example. Today's contest is to do with the toilet paper, put it in the water, and then, after that, take it out, hang it up, and then let it dry, and now you got paper. And all you gotta do is draw your design and come up with the creation idea, and then your team wins. The last one who does so is eliminated. I mean, I would expect 2 would definitely do that for the next contest, but this is ridiculous. I mean, don't question that. I don't want to question on Jack and Jellyfy anyway, but I'm just making that up. If I would have had that contest, tell everybody to make one out of toilet paper, they're going to say, "What? Seriously?" Well, not even ask.
Excuse me? That's like saying,
"Here's how to make a chair from scratch. First, grab a chair, and voila, you've made a chair."
One useful thing they taught me was how to safely carve wood with a knife.
Oh, carve wood with a knife. I mean, could have been a lot challenging if you would do that, or a wood chisel.
Always aim the sharp end away from your body, and then stick the sharp end into another scout to conquer them. I was cruising through the Cub Scout ranks. Tiger, wolf, bear, weebelo. Still don't know what that is.
I was gonna say that. Okay, I don't know what weebelo is. I mean, please help me.
But then I had to evolve from a fun, relaxed Cub Scout into a
hard, manly Boy Scout.
That's what I wanted to do, like you, Bryson. Like always me, with double flexor muscles. You get that what I mean?
And that meant going on campouts, where I had to sleep in the wilderness. Dun, dun, dun!
Oh yeah, that's true.
Was really really scary and anxiety-inducing for me. I was a really sensitive kid, so even just one-night camping trips were a nightmare for me. I was small and weak, so I couldn't hike as far as the other boys. I had gone on a few one-night trips begrudgingly, but when they announced a week-long backpacking/camping trip, I begged my parents to let me stay home in the air conditioning and indoor plumbing. After much deliberation, they finally said I could stay home. I was so relieved, but then I stupidly tried to push my luck.
Oh wait, what does that mean, stupidly push your luck? Does it mean pushing something forward without any luck at all? Or does it mean, like, too much?
This was around the time that the Nintendo 3DS was the hot thing that I desired more than anything in the whole world. So I asked, Mom, Dad, can I get a 3DS, please?
Well, what's the thing? I'm gonna say is, I'll let you handle it and get the 3DS after you go camping.
I'll buy you a 3DS.
Really?
If you go to scout camp.
No! Can't I just get it for Christmas or something?
No, that's not gonna happen.
No. If you want one, you need to go on this scout camp. Show us how unreliant you are on technology, and in return, we'll buy you more technology.
This was such an ordeal for
Okay, so that's what happened here. I noticed that when the parents are getting a little bit out of control right now, they would say, like, Bryson, you have to go back to scout camping, and then you'll get your 3DS. But let me say this. If I get a Nintendo 3DS, I would absolutely want it so bad. But in order for that, I don't want to, I don't want to get it on the early holidays. But when I got it for my birthday, I got my Nintendo DSi system before replacing it with a new 3DS system. And here's me playing with the new 3DS model of the WarioWare Gold. Still fun though. I mean, I really get to enjoy my experience. But now, as I mentioned it before, I'm hoping I would have begged my parents that maybe I should do the Xbox One X to replace it with my original platform. Maybe me and my mother of the beast would say we could agree with that. Well, I'm getting a lot much money now. I mean, who can't go higher than that? Now, anybody can, but I'm the greatest.
Little me. I wanted the 3DS so much, but I despised scout camp. My mind raced trying to figure out a solution. Maybe I'll mow people's lawns for money and do lemonade stands. I'll save up the money to buy it myself.
Well, sorry, son, but you're gonna have to, go right back to camp. If you wanted to get your money, you gotta do it right.
No! If you don't go on this scout camp, so long as you live under my roof, you will never own a 3DS. I won't let you buy one even if you earn your own money.
This was a huge blow. I was devastated, and tragically, this was during the time when I still thought adults knew everything. And for some reason, I assumed that Dad could actually enforce this outlandish rule.
Yeah, he's definitely a creepy guy. I mean, come on, man. Do you think that everybody is going to care about that? Do they? Especially when I don't even think of anybody else who wants to know for. Oh, crap. Okay. Alright. So, try to turn down the volume so you can hear me now.
I was trapped. I had to go.
Oh, yeah. You definitely do have to go.
My parents said that the only way I could get a 3DS was if I went on this trip. Your parents are buying you a 3DS for this? My parents forced me to go or I'd be grounded all summer. Anyway, you want some cold pizza sauce and cheese on a cracker from my Lunchable? And then every morning I woke up, packed everything up, and hiked for 12 miles every day. Then set up camp again. And I hated hiking. Everyone was always like, what a great view. But I was like, the view is never worth it. But nowadays, I like hiking in views. Of course, my legs are so long now that I only have to take 3 steps and I'm there.
Oh, right. I mean, let me tell you this. When you're a little boy, you definitely would have to go with your tiny legs to start things off. Sometimes it's very hard for you to walk right away. I mean, gets a lot of steps to take to get to the top. But when your legs start growing and also your age too, you could definitely ask that you should be able to take more hiking steps. Maybe it won't be that bad after all. And then by the time, you could definitely just make your way here by using the Apple Watch. So you can do the longest hiking of the trail and then earn a reward. But mostly for me, I like hiking. Sometimes my parents don't really think of much of a hiking. Sometimes it's too much for me to do it. Well, I'll definitely will have to do it on myself. Definitely with my brother, too. So we can definitely take a look at the top for now. With Tyler Beast, of course. But now, I'm definitely a non-hiker. So, I personally don't hike much, but only a little bit when we're on the trip. Well, hopefully I'll try to figure it out if I can hike one of the mountains nearby. There are not a lot of them, but, well, that's the thing.
But back then, I had little legs. I was so small and weak
Yeah.
that the other scouts had to help carry my stuff, and I still feel bad about it. I'm so sorry for being small and useless, guys. I honestly wonder why I didn't get called a twerp more often, because I was one. It was probably a good thing I was so shy and quiet, because if I had let my true annoying self shine through, the other scouts probably would have killed me with hammers while the leaders laughed and said,
Boys will be boys.
Oh, yeah? That's what you're gonna say?
"Ma'am, your son is throwing rocks at the other children's heads." "Oh, boys will be boys." "No, teach them how to not do stupid stuff. Billy, stop throwing rocks and be nice."
But I love myself just the way I am.
Well, it's definitely the way I am. I want to hear what he said here first. If something like this happens, I mean, come on, man. Don't be that.
Self shine through. The other scouts probably would have killed me with hammers while the leaders laughed and said,
Boys will be boys.
"Ma'am,
No.
your son is throwing rocks at the other children's heads." "Oh, boys will be boys."
Oh, you definitely gonna say that? Really? Then is that what you're gonna do? Screw out. No, not really.
"No, teach them how to not do stupid stuff. Billy, stop throwing rocks and be nice."
But I love myself just the way I am.
"Well, the way you are right now sucks. Do better. Try harder."
No!
Oh my.
Will learn respect, and suffering will be your teacher.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Maybe I'm gonna beat you up.
No.
Oh yeah? You really think so? Okay, well, enough talking now. I mean, I know I'm making that up. Well, that's definitely me. If I would try to stop on someone, on Bryson, the animator guy. That's the one I don't think of that much. But for real guys, well, don't complain about me. Okay?
Honestly, as much as I bellyached about it, having my friends there to talk to made it pretty fun. Not to mention being bribed meant at least one good thing would come of all this. We hiked, sang, caught frogs, and made a shelter out of sticks and bark to get our wilderness survival badge.
Oh.
Looking back, though, it was funny how I always wanted to do my own thing, regardless of what the other boys were doing.
Well, it's definitely a good thing. Especially if you're doing some homework.
They all decided to go skinny dipping in a pond, and I was like, no way am I doing that. But then,
Yeah, I mean, I was asking questions if they do skinny dippings in the water, but I didn't really think of it what was going to happen like that. So I don't know what to tell you this. Nobody would ever know if they were talking about skinny dips in the water of the lake. So I wouldn't even question
It's
that.
funny how I always wanted to do my own thing, regardless of what the other boys were doing. They all decided to go skinny dipping in a pond, and I was like, no way am I doing that. But then, Travis lost his swimsuit in the pond and had to streak back to his tent.
Introducing streaking. The only man it's stripped right off, and you're done.
Introducing streaking.
Streaking? What? Okay, that is really funny. Yeah, streaking means running with no clothes on. That's pretty funny.
And we later learned that the pond had leeches in it.
Oh yeah, that leeches. I mean, that's kind of like very scary and something sticks on you. So, I mean, I was questioning of what happens if something sticks on you. What do you have to do with them? Just always get rid of it for sure.
The other boys wanted to stay up and make s'mores, and the leaders were gonna teach us some life lesson about not swimming in leech-infested waters or something. And I was like, no, I'm tired, I'm going to bed. Then on the drive
Good for you.
home, we stopped at a burger place, and our leaders challenged us all to eat a burger with 4 patties.
Oh my god, if I would actually eat 4 patties, you know what? I would have starved so much because I really have never ate one of the 4 patties of burgers at that point. If I get a cheeseburger along with some bacon and some other couples of the burgers here underneath for your by each buns, I would be able to eat that right away so the boys can handle that one. But I don't know how my stomach will feel because if something bad happens, I definitely have to go to the bathroom, take a defecate. And yeah, that is the worst thing and nobody likes to take. But save yourself a little bit more room without eating lunch or snacks. Or definitely you might even have to call it for early morning routine of breakfast. And save yourself for some burgers next. That's all I can care of.
But I knew my weak stomach couldn't handle that, so I said, no thank you, and got a normal burger. And then everyone told me to go to college, and I was like, no!
Are you talking about college anyway? Seriously? Just don't talk about it, alright? I don't want you to think about, oh yeah, because I think he's ready to go to college right now. No, he should not. I told you, he's already dropped out. And this is what happens here on the information screen to give it a little welcome in that. And then also introduction of the reason why I don't do colleges. And I wanted to make some little funny stories. So, that's what you think of. He's a YouTuber. Don't let him go to college for now. Even imagine if I would drop out of college right away. I mean, I could have. Well, too late now. I'm still in college now.
Oh, I'm gonna be a YouTuber.
Yeah, same thing with me.
And then the IRS told me to stop committing felony tax evasion, and I said, try and stop me!
Oh yeah, you're gonna try to stop me now. Oh yeah, it's mine. Sorry.
That's a joke. I love paying my taxes. But I did it. I finished the trip. Then I got home and was given a 3DS. Yippee!
Yay!
I'm never going camping again.
Are you doing that? Wow, that is a little bit of sacrifice,
The next big scout trip I was forced to go on was at this huge camp where tons of other scout troops would visit. We arrived and this older scout came up to us.
Oh, that's the older guy? Seriously? I don't even think about that.
He held out his walking stick, pushed me aside, and said, get out of my way. In Scouts, there's a hierarchy among the boys, where the older boys are allowed to be mean to the younger boys. However, I also had a glaring physical flaw that always had me at the bottom of the list. I was small, so even the younger Scouts could beat me up. This boy was an assistant leader at the camp, and it was immediately apparent to me that he was the type of guy to get 1 micron of authority and let it go directly to his head and abuse his power. But he was older, and that made him better than us.
I mean, who would know about the power for that? So that's what happens. The guy that is a leader, he's thinking right now, oh my goodness, how powerful are you going to take? And he's definitely taking over the world. I mean, who wants to try to be the victim, to try to stop in the 12-year-olds and be mean to them. I mean, I would not like that, because that would be like, you know what? I'm not doing this anyway. I'm gone. Well, I could definitely take over this and try to be nice to each other. Well, that's no joke on me, being the bully. And you would never do that.
At least in his mind. I think it's really neat that you've earned all these merit badges, buddy, but I think you're missing some of the most important ones. And those are the Emotional Maturity Badge, the Coping with Insecurity Badge, and the Going to Therapy Badge. Which is what I would have said if I had any confrontation skills. Instead, I kind of just observed his arrogant attitude and silently judged him. And then years later made fun of him online in a YouTube video. Haha, who's laughing now?
Me? No.
Anyway, the leaders took us to our campsite, and all of us slept in this rickety wooden structure filled with bunk beds.
Bunk beds. I mean, I remember that there used to be bunk beds. Well, not really, but some of the houses. Well, I don't have bunk beds. I'm the only guy.
Then we went to a ton of merit badge classes and filled out packets. Great, we're just doing homework in the woods.
I mean, yeah, why are you gonna have to do homeworks right now in the woods and at camp? I thought it's only for school and for outside before going back instead. Why are you gonna have to do that?
But at least we had some downtime to just play card games together. However, one time while we were playing, this one kid, Sean, somehow fell out of his top bunk, did a flip through the air, and slammed into the ground. Anyways, got any fours? No. I continued through the Boy Scout ranks reluctantly and against my will, and I had to get interviewed to become a Life Scout. But in case you forgot, I was a shy little guy. The scout leaders asked me what I learned and what requirements I did and blah blah blah. Then one of the leaders said, "Can I give you some advice? You could work on your eye contact." Oh. And from that point on, I've been really good at eye contact.
I mean, that's good.
Sometimes being told to cut it out is the solution. Look at my eyes! Look at them!
I mean, yeah. Oh man, eyes are cringy to that.
See into my soul!
Alright, okay. Too scary. Sorry. Gotta move on.
The next big camp was a few years later. I was 16 and the leaders were like, "Hey kids, today we're gonna learn how to shoot a shotgun." And this was at a point where I still thought adults had it all figured out.
I never usually do that. Well, somebody would have to.
So I was like, okay, seriously, why were they letting 16-year-old boys wield shotguns? Luckily we were okay, but what if one of the boys was feeling a little rambunctious that day?
I mean, I don't know. Maybe they wouldn't be doing that. That's all.
Or if they let their intrusive thoughts win. Young boys don't understand consequences yet. I'm 22 and I still don't understand them.
Oh my goodness. Wow. How would you able to do that with the metal fork and the electricity outlet plug? Oh my gosh. That's way too much.
Anyway, they gave me the gun and threw a clay pigeon for me to shoot. I hit it! My very first shot, and I hit it!
Oh yeah, it's like Duck Hunt, the video game.
And then I missed the next 9 shots. 10% ain't bad.
Well, yep, I know. You shouldn't be able to miss that target, that's it.
It's better than most of my school assignments.
Yeah, and how possible would you have to be if you know how to shoot it right away?
Then it came time to do an Eagle Scout project. So with a lot of help from my parents, I built some shelves to help my middle school organize their theater stuff. I had done it. I earned the rank of Eagle Scout.
Yes, that's good news to hear that.
And now I love camping. I'm so prepared for the real world.
Is there a last stage? Is there?
Now. Can we see your resume? And what experience do you have that you believe will help you excel in this role? I don't have a resume or any applicable experience, but check out this square knot though. Honestly though, I don't think I deserve this award. I can't even start a fire on my own. And I'm not very trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, or reverent. My mom was the one that pushed for it, and I guarantee you that without her constant help with merit badges, camping gear, packing lists, and encouragement, I would not have earned this. She also helped my 3 brothers earn their awards, and I guarantee you that she can survive in the wilderness longer than me. She's the real Eagle Scout, not me. And so, by the power vested in me, by me, I officially revoke my Eagle Scout status and I award it to my mom. The moral of the story is that it's okay for your parents to force you to try new things sometimes.
They're really creepy enough. That's a lot to do.
Maybe you'll make a video about it later. Okay, that's all the time I've got.
I mean, if that's okay with you, I mean, make a next video if you can, and then I'll react to that. Maybe? Go with the thought.
I've got to get back to playing Animal Crossing New Leaf on my Nintendo 3DS.
Oh yeah, that's great to hear that. And there's the credits of how they did with some artists, animators, editor, and the lead.
Hey guys, I'm sick right now. Thanks
Hope you'll feel better there, Bryson.
for watching me struggle through the Boy Scout ranks. Also, a huge thanks to my amazing team for their fabulous skills. They did a great job as usual. I'm so grateful to be in a position to share my stories with you all, and I'm glad you like them. Boy Scouts was not really my speed, but it's good to step outside your comfort zone and try new things. If I hadn't been a Boy Scout, you guys never would have gotten this amazing video, so you're welcome. Tisk tisk, the things I do for you guys. Anyways, I'm gonna go eat a bagel. Bye!
Oh yeah, goodbye for now. Anyway, time to display the screen off right now, and here's the reveal background. Boom, baby. Do you like it? It's a great eyesight for to be enjoying the moment to take a view right in between the moonlight and the island. Oh, that's amazing. And I hope you all enjoyed it too. Anyway, I'm going to go sit around right now, and definitely my sweet beast is underway. And there she is. Isn't it great? I really enjoyed it. Ah, so sweet it is. Amazing. Well, I hope you all enjoyed it, and I'll see you all again for the next video of the reaction. So we'll keep on doing what we're doing there, sweet. And we'll do for our best. Great to hear that. Anyway, peace out, folks, for a while as the reaction of the Boy Scouts of the Hamination style. This is Son of Beast. You can follow me on my social media. I'm on Instagram, TikTok, and also X. Link to my bio page. See you all again for the next video. And I'm out of here. So long for now.
If you don't, somebody will.